Hello Reformers and welcome back to A Clash of Kings. Now, when we left off, we were attempting to take the Weeping Town from the Storm's End? Yeah, from the Stormlands. Oh my, really? Yes. Anyway, the point is, what I've done is instead of just allowing my forces just to, you know, charge in randomly, recklessly, no doubt, I've decided to tell them to follow me this time. And, as you can see, we have suffered 0 casualties so far, because we are being very, very cautious when it comes to their archers. I'm going to tell everyone to charge in now. I have 78 infantry. I've changed my composition a little bit. I still have a bunch of halberdiers, but for the most part I have many more man-at-arms. So hopefully they are going to, shall we say, carry us to victory. Oh my, please don't. Oh no. I did not realize there was a fence here. Okay, well, that might cause a couple of issues, but at least we're in a decent enough position so that the archers don't really have that much time to shoot at us, because that was the main problem that we were having previously. So let's see if we can actually do something here. Obviously, getting shot does not help. Could you just leave me alone, please, for a second while I kill you? There we go. Yeah, that doesn't really work out too well. Asking them to allow me to do things, no, certainly not. Especially falling off. Yes, falling off the ladder is certain. Oh yes, also that. Falling off the ladder is especially great, isn't it? Okay, well. Seems like I'm going to need to either get out my crossbow and actually do something like that, or I'm going to need to tell them to, you know, come back here so that I can get in there. But, there we go. We eliminated one of the vassals that is in here. Actually, I think there's only one vassal in here at the moment. But, yeah, it has been a little bit of time. By the way, what I have done is I have gotten out a bunch of money. I got out about... I don't know, about 5,000, 6,000 from the treasury, and what I did was I bought a... well, here's the thing. What I did first, basically, was go to Bravos, put in a bunch of money, and then on the way back, I went into Hull and I bought an oil press. And I know what you're thinking, well, don't you already have an oil press? Yes, I do, but it is really good in Hull. Literally, an oil press in Hull is, I believe, giving me about 1,200 coins at the moment, which is just crazy. I did not think that I was going to get that much, because at the moment, the oil press in Bravos is giving me about 400. So that is quite a substantial increase. I don't know whether it's going to stay like that. It probably won't, but at the very least, we have another enterprise, and we have another couple of thousand in the Bravos bank, which is pretty cool. So we're okay. I mean, here's the thing. My next week's wages are probably going to almost bankrupt me. It's probably going to remove about 5,000 in wages, and I have about 8,000 in my treasury and about 1,000 to 2,000 in my own inventory. So obviously, taking that into account, you know, things are not looking very good financially, although I don't really want to touch the money in Bravos, because the more there is there, the better, you know. But at the moment, I think it's okay to leave it there. So if we do need it, then obviously it's a bit of an emergency stash, and maybe we'll be okay, and we don't need to really worry about it too much. But for now, I'm just going to be slashing these guys, taking them out, and seeing if we can actually win this, because this time I am alive, which is actually making things a whole lot easier, because as you can see, I can actually do things now. You know, I can run around, I can do damage to people, and all sorts of things. So that really makes a huge difference, by the way. If you're ever trying to take something and, you know, you're like me, and I'm okay. You know, I'm pretty average when it comes to fighting things, but, you know, if you're having a difficult time actually besieging something and actually taking it, and your units just aren't doing the job, like my halberdiers were in the previous episode. They weren't really doing a very good job. Although, you know, I thought initially that we'd actually done quite a lot of damage, but then, then I found out that we'd only killed 100 of them out of 300 or something, and so I was a bit disappointed by that. But anyway, back to the topic. If you find sieges a little bit difficult, and you're dying all the time, try to survive, because that is going to make things a huge amount easier, because in this game, the player character is the most powerful. I mean, yes, okay, there might be some units in specific mods, like, for example, in Perisno, in Pendor, and things like that, where there are units that are just so good that you want those guys to always be in your army. But whenever you are alive, your troops just do much better, because you're able to command them, you're able to, help them out strategically, like killing a bunch of the archers that are currently trying to kill you, things like that. So if you're having difficulties, then just try and stay alive, even though it may be quite difficult at sometimes. Try and vary up your tactics a little bit and see what happens there. I mean, I know that not everyone is exceptional at the game, because I'm certainly not, but it's kind of nice just to have a little bit of discussion about these things, and to let you know that there are certain ways to go about it, and there's all kinds of different options. So here's the thing, I'm probably gonna die here, which is not really good. Or maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not gonna die. Oh, this would be interesting. Okay, things seem to be going relatively... Ooh, he almost got me. I got shot by that guy. Yeah, I thought to myself, oh, I'm going to survive this, and yeah, then I got shot, and that dazed me for a little bit, and that caused the problem. Great. Well, I suppose the best thing that we've done is avoided most of the archers, and indeed killed them. So, I suppose, if we are to exit now, how many do you think we've killed? Take your bets. How many units do you think we've killed? Because I think maybe... I don't know, I'm trying to think here. We still have quite a few here. Around about, I don't know, 15 archers still remaining over there. And we had about 250 in here, so... I don't know, let's say we've killed 150. Alright, let's try it. Let's see what's happened. Okay, so we... Oh my. Yeah, we lost 99. 39 of them were killed. That is to be expected. Of course. We killed 140. Alright, well that's... okay. It's reasonable. So, as you can see, there you go. There's 119 left in the Weeping Town, and I need to rest up, which is very sad, but I suppose we can just go to Crow's Nest. That's a very, shall we say, familiar fief for us. I don't know whether you've seen the previous version series of A Clash of Kings, but we were known as the Reaper of Crow's Nest back then. So, that was pretty cool. Anyway, we're going to wait here for some time, see what happens. Hopefully they're not going to restore themselves too much, and then we're going to go back in and see what's up. Alright, so you join us back when we are attempting to take the Weeping Town. As you can see, I've got my crossbow out, and I'm attempting to do a little bit of damage to the archers. I've already killed one of them, but that's not really going to do much, is it? So what we need to really do is get in there and do some slaughtering firsthand. So, let's see if I can just get up here. Whoa, seems like they're just allowing me to go inside. Thank you very much. Please follow me. Allow all of my units to enter. That sounds good. Oh wow, these are Stormland Knights? They look very, very different from how I would imagine them to be, but it seems like they don't really have the greatest armor, and do need to be a little bit careful about the archers. Yeah, that's what you get, Stormlander Sergeant. Yeah. Kill them all, please. Try and aim for the head. Yes. There we go. Alright, let's just try and focus on the archers so that we don't have to deal with them ever again, and hopefully our infantry will be able to deal with the current units that are dealing with trying to defend the bottleneck. Obviously, me doing this at the moment is taking one of the strongest units out of the battle and not really assisting our own units, which is a big problem. Like I was talking about a little bit earlier in the episode, technically the player character is the most powerful unit if you can stay alive and continue dealing damage, and if you're effective in combat. Obviously, you know, if you don't have a combat character or anything like that, then obviously this is kind of a moot point, but still, it's kind of good to take that into account. Whoa, that was some big damage right there. Okay, I do need to be a little bit careful about this guy, whoever he is. That is a hammer man. Wow, okay. It's been a while since I've actually even encountered one of those guys in a 1 versus 1 kind of situation, so that was impressive. He did 15 damage to us. We have a lot of armor right now, and dealing 15 damage to us, that's a pretty impressive number. So, okay. Might need to be a little bit careful of those in the future then. I would very much appreciate it if I could actually just kill these guys in one hit, because at the moment it's taking multiple hits to kill them, and suffice it to say I'm not really happy about that, but oh well. Guess we're just going to have to try our best anyway. Don't really like getting absolutely pecked to death, I suppose you could say, because right now we're just getting 3 damage. 3 damage all the time, and it's quite annoying. Yeah, it's quite annoying because it adds up, you know? You get 10 3 damage hits, and that's already a huge chunk of your HP already gone, so it's not really very good. Anyway, I think this is it. I think this is the final bit here. I did actually go back to Storm's End relatively quickly and just gain another 20 or so units. Mostly vanguards and I think some household units as well, but that was it. I think there was only 5 of them and about, what was it, 15? Yeah, so about 20 units, I guess, in total, so that's pretty good. Let's see if we can just go up here and eliminate this guy. Yeah, jumping. Okay, never mind. Just regular thrust, or slash, or whatever it may be. I was wanting to do a jump and thrust. Yeah, I wanted to thrust right in his face, but no. Unfortunately, that was not going to work out. Alright, so we still, even though we had a pretty minor force of 130 here, we still lost 17. That's pretty crazy. Anyway, I'm going to take this peasant, thank you. I'm going to share all the loot, and we can sell all of this right here, so I can just take as much as of it as I like. And then we're going to be requesting that the Weeping Town be awarded to us. I highly doubt that this is going to be happening anytime soon. I really doubt that he's going to give it to us. If he does, he is probably the best liege that we've ever had, ever before. But if he doesn't, then it's understandable, because he's already given us Storm's End, and that's a pretty decent fief already. So, yeah. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so we're going to start using Stormlands units now as well, because of course we have almost eliminated them. The fact is that I didn't really want to start using them just yet, because they do have the morale penalty. I'm not entirely sure how much the morale penalty is really going to affect us at the moment, but it probably would make sense for us to start using them. But anyway, let's level up a couple of our companions here. Ooh, nice, good. That is very nice. I always love it when the companions get to a certain threshold, a certain, level of agility or strength or something like that, and that just tells you, oh yes, this guy is coming along nicely. He's going to be doing a lot of damage in combat, and obviously we do have our medic companions as well. And I think I'm actually going to start leveling up Sathos' strength, because as you can see, he's already got a huge amount in wound treatment and first aid, so it's not really necessary for us to get any more in that. So I'm going to start getting him some iron flesh as well, so that he can actually start surviving a little bit better too. And then we have Fenna here, of course. We're just going to get her some more agility, some more power strike. They are just going to be absolute beasts. I mean, they already are pretty good in combat. I'm going to go over here to Prawn Bay. Going to try and get a couple of recruits out. There we go. I mean, we need as many people as we can get, because I don't know who's going to come over here, because it seems like we've mostly eliminated the really powerful vassals from the Stormlands, but I think there's still probably 1 or 2 that can field armies of upwards of 150, so Oh. Seems like we've lost Harren Hall, and it seems like we might be losing Tumbleton as well. And, there he is. There's the fellow. Oh, it's actually not a Stormlands vassal, it's actually a Reach vassal. Okay, well, this is going to be interesting. If you decide to try and take this, you're going to regret it, because even though you may have an overwhelming amount of... Oh my. Did you happen to catch how many of them are there? Oh my. This is not good. Okay, so, this is actually not even that bad. It's pretty easy. Of course, I'm actually just joking, because they outnumber us, well, you can see, 6-1, so that's not very good, especially considering they... Oh my, they have a battle advantage of -10. How did I know that this was going to happen? Because the Reach, in general, is actually a bit of an annoying Nelly, shall we say. They are very, very annoying, especially when it comes to them choosing their targets. But I suppose that's just how it's going to be. Brendan, what are you doing? Why is he not using his crossbow? I'm actually just gonna tell him. Use ranged only. Okay. Apparently he doesn't have his... Oh, I did not give him a crossbow. Sathos is the one that has a Oh no, Brendan, I am so sorry. I should have given him a crossbow a long time ago, but apparently I just decided not to do that. Oh, yes, how great. Lovely, lovely. Alright, well, let's tell all of our people to stand closer then, at least. And, yeah, well, that's the thing. They outnumber us so heavily that this is going to be an absolute bloodbath. I mean, the one thing that I can try to do is, considering now we know how many they have here, what I can try to do is be really, really fast with killing a bunch of them, and then try very quickly to retreat, and then just run away from the situation. Because I think what we can probably do is allow the Reach to take it, and then just come back here, and just take it back from them really easily. So that's probably what we're going to try and do. I mean, if I can't defend here, that's what we'll try and do, but at the moment it seems like things are going pretty well. If I get shot, then obviously that's going to make a big difference, but as you can see, there's a lot of members of the Tyrell family here. Yeah, they're right here, right in the midst of things. I just hope Mace isn't here. I think Mace actually is here, because he has a pretty large army, and I think I may have seen him. I think he has about 160 to 180 units. Usually when I saw him last, at least, he had 160, so yeah, he's probably going to have somewhere about that. And seems like we might be okay. I mean, it really depends on how things are going here. I mean, obviously Elias is really good at killing people at the moment because he has a masterwork arming sword. I actually picked up this sword from one of the vassals that I took out off screen, because I think that was before the previous episode, and yeah, it was pretty lucky actually that we even got that. But it's always good to get a little bit of an upgrade, because it gives us about, I think it gives us 3 extra damage than the balanced arming sword, so it's pretty good. You know, minor upgrade. Not too bad. It's not going to give us an overwhelming advantage, but it is going to give us a nice little boost here and there, so that's always nice. All these knights! Do you see all the knights in their helms? Oh my, this is not good. This is not good at all. Oh my, okay, so let's see if we have the stamina for this. Do we have the stamina? Do we have the endurance? Maybe. Well, I'm getting shot now. That is a problem. Where am I even getting shot from? I don't see any archers. Okay. Apparently I can start to attack them again now, but that's very worrying. I took 40 damage just literally like that, like nothing. So that's gonna be problematic. Well, I'm actually kind of surprised. Are they not gonna send more reinforcements, or how many? Whoa, okay. The ratios are heavily, in our favor right now. Absolutely massively in our favor. So if we were to retreat right now, who knows what would happen? Maybe some vassals would decide to completely back off and just leave us alone. Maybe that would be the case. Maybe, you know, maybe they would do something else, but I don't know. I don't really want to retreat now because we are having a massively good ratio, so yeah, of course, new enemies are going to arrive. Oh, yes, yes, Mace Tyrell is here. He is, of course, the leader of the Reach. So that is unfortunately the case. I really don't like fighting against the lieges because obviously they always bring extremely powerful armies with them. Who's that guy? Get out of here. Get out of here, Axe Guard. You're not meant to be here, thank you very much. I'm taking a little bit of damage now. I mean, obviously I took damage from the crossbowman, or whatever actually hit me, because it didn't seem like it was a crossbowman at all, but it came out of nowhere, so I don't know. But seems like we're fine. I'm very surprised that we're able to hold them off, but I suppose the bottleneck is really quite effective. And of course, Elias is the main reason, I think, that we are even able to hold them off here, because he has killed, personally, I think he's killed about, I don't know, has he killed 80 or so already? I don't know, but it's a huge amount, whatever the case. Do they have any archers? They have one archer behind them all the way at the back, so that should be fine for us. They have so many knights! Oh. But where are their days? Ah, yeah, of course, we had to make that joke again, obviously. But anyway, everything seems to be going absolutely fine. I'm very surprised about that, but again, it's Elias's power, in my opinion, that is swaying the battle in our favor. So I guess that's good. Phew, that is good, because I was a bit tense about this, as you could probably tell. Well, I guess I should say one thing. This is one of those times when I very much appreciate having a longer reach weapon. Because if you, I don't know whether you can see, but at the moment I'm using this reach to just about hit the guys in the center of the ladder. Now if I had a smaller weapon, like a mace for example, or maybe even an axe, I would not be able to do this. I would not be able to do this. Obviously, having a halberd or having a spear or something along those lines, probably a rather large, long weapon, that would make much more sense in this particular situation. But I'm in a pretty nice sweet spot here, where my arming sword is just about able to reach most of the enemies on the ladder, except the ones that are all the way over there, as you can see there. So, obviously, that's something to take into account. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So you do have to bear that in mind whenever you're deciding on a weapon for a siege. And of course, I know some people even change their weapons for whether it's a battle, you know, like a field battle, or whether it's a siege. So there's also that if you want to take it a little bit further. Obviously, I don't really do that too much because I like to keep my proficiencies relatively, you know, solidified in one particular aspect. Oh, wow, okay, that was interesting. I did not anticipate that guy was going to be able to get any damage on us whatsoever there, but I guess it's just because his weapon was so large, it was able to swing around and actually just catch me on the edge there, so that's not very nice. Also, that is not very nice. Me just dying there like nothing else. Okay, so at least we have killed a huge amount of these units, and I think I'm actually going to retreat here. I mean, we've lost a bunch of units. I think it's about time that we retreat, and let's just see how many have actually been killed. So let's just take a look at that. Okay, so we lost 11. Yes, 11 versus 641. And how many did we kill? Oh, I actually thought we killed a lot more than that. That's always the case. That is always kind of annoying, actually, because I thought to myself, oh yes, we've certainly killed at least 300. No, only 200, which is a bit of a shame, but bear in mind that 39 of those were heavy Reachman Knights, and 25 of them were regular Knights. That is just crazy amounts of high tier units. Now, How many of these 212 do you think Elias has taken out? Take your bets. I'm going to give you 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so how many do you think? 97. That's how many he was actually able to kill. That is very impressive. I doubt any other unit on the battlefield got more than 5. And he was like, oh yeah, 97. Okay, so that was pretty good. Now we're going to need to go in for the next one. But I'm going to leave that for the next episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.